So everyone, I really hope this works now. So if you can give me some feedback and let me know how it looks or whatever, we might just sit to bear with it and see how we go because my connection's a bit in and out today. But yo, let me know if you can hear me and see me and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll get on to it. Apologies. Can hear and see you. Okay, sweet. Sweet man. Okay, that's one. Let's give it some time, maybe like 5 minutes or something. If the quality is like too crap on this, what I'm gonna do is just make like a separate video. But I thought it'll be cool just to kick it off with a live, and we'll see how we go. Part of this is just I have never done this before, so we're gonna just sort of vibe with it and see how we go. Apologies for the mishap before, but yeah. So as long as you guys can hear me, I guess for this, and then I'll play it back and see what the quality's like, and whether to like chuck it up or if I should just chuck up a new sort of thing, do an extra video and do that. But I see quality's all good. I see. Keith. Wait, so Judge Official is who? Let me know who the name is like, because if you have a username and I don't know who you are, that might be a bit yeah. So I'm gonna eat this apple right now, a little bit. And we're gonna wait like a little bit and see if any other peeps jump on, and then we'll go from there. All right, Jason, my man, what's up? So we got Keith in the building, we got Jason in the building. Who else have we got in the building? If you need some energy, go get some energy. Sammy, yo. Oh, Mr. Way, David. I really want you guys to get to know each other or like know more people. Part of this whole thing that I want to do is it's like classes, but it's about community. So there'll be some of you from different countries that won't know each other or different areas and communities. And I really want you guys to try and that's part of being a part of this is creating new networks and coming up together. So let's wait maybe like let's say 2 or 3 minutes or something. And then we'll just try and smash it out. I don't want the lessons to become what's the word? Like too long and dragged out. I just want to like try and get to the point and smash it as much as I can. So once this apple's done, yeah, bro, for sure. Share the arts, talking on my mouthful. But if you guys like in the comments want to like say hi to each other, say hi, and just start like this community buzz going. Community is really important to me. I'm gonna talk about it heaps through the whole course of this thing because it's helped me get to where I am now. And connections, man, so important. Yeah, boy. Okay, so nearly done. I'm basically killing time. Just in case more people want to come up, but of course they can just jump in after or watch this after. But I'm gonna go over everything and just talk about how things will go down and what to expect. Just so you're not in this and then you think it's one thing and then you get disappointed. But it's good to know. And I think you guys will learn a lot. I'm trying to cover like a whole bunch of different things. So everyone needs something different, wants to get something different out of it. So it'll be tricky to always get exactly what you want. But I hope that there's something in it for all you guys over the course of the whole thing. Okay, so apple is done. Let's wait like 1 minute and then we'll smash it out. But maybe if you want to comment who you are, where you're from, if you want to kick it off in the comments, that'll be sick. I know some of you guys have already commented on the introduction part already, but yeah, it's good to meet people in like real time too, even if it's on a chat. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up some notes and then we're going to smash this out. Sweet. You guys still alive? Let's get this going. Oh, that's so funny. Dude, NZ is cold, eh, compared to the islands. Miss that island life. Know exactly what you're talking about. B. Okay. Sweet. We good? Maybe just a bit longer, and then we'll kick it off. Oh yeah. The shriveled grapes, even. That's too funny. Ooh, you're done with the coconut water. Let's go. Shot. Okay, I think I'm gonna kick it off. Sweet, and then whoever else comes, and they can catch up. Um, but yeah, okay. You ready to go? Everyone ready? Set. Just know what headings and all that if you're in such a way. Okay. I'll just do the thing, and then you guys will try and maybe do question time. Or if you have a question, just chuck it up through the chat, and then I'll try and like come back to it. And if I forget it, just we'll go through it at the end. But let's go from the start. Okay, so what's up, everyone? My name is Joshua Miskulena, also known as Joshua Miskulena, also known as Kokonut, and I represent project team. And welcome to class. So this is like the first video that we're doing, and I just want you guys to be mad patient because I don't know how it's gonna go. I've never done anything like this before, and it's sort of like an experiment as well, but I'm trying to be as organized and as onto it as possible because you guys are giving your time and your money to come and do this. So I've been trying to get some lesson plans done, and I've also just been doing mad research and trying to think of things like research within my own brain and also research online to think of things that will be useful for you guys that have helped me. Um, okay, so before we begin, I'm going to introduce everything that we're going to do today in the video, and then we'll just smash on through and just go from there. Okay. So first up is why I wanted to do this. So this is where the notes come handy. Gotta be prepared, man. Okay. So first is why I wanted to do this. That's what we'll talk about. Then we'll go through what the class is about. Then we'll go through I guess like setting the foundation and ground rules, and then we will go through um, the tips that I had in the introduction unit of what you need for the class, and then we'll try and smash out what I wanted to talk about for this lesson of the week. So we're just doing an overall foundational thingy, and then we'll go from that and just see how we go. Sweet. Give me some feedback so I know you guys are still here. Cool. Um, okay, so firstly, why I wanted to start this. Um, I wanted to do an online community because I get a lot of people coming up to me and asking me, "Oh, can you show me how to do this, or can you teach me this?" Or and I just don't always have the time to commit to so many people. And also, I mean, people when you travel to events, people are in different areas, and it's always hard to catch up, especially if you're in a city for only a short amount of time. But we each have our own busy lives, and this is a way of trying to do something where you can just fit it into your own life. So however busy you are, you can just do this course and be a part of the class and just take it at your own pace. Um, the aim of the class, I'm moving forward too much. I also wanted to do this to just help others step up. I felt like it was a good time, and I know a lot more dancers now in the scene that I think need something like this, and it's a good time for people to get on a different mindset, like just trying to increase what you know already. And hopefully, I have some things that I think about, like philosophies and all that kind of stuff, movements and how to train, all that kind of stuff. I hope that it'll help you. Also, I am a firm believer of you should leave the scene, the dance scene, or any scene you're in, you should leave it better than how you entered it. So this is me trying to leave something like, and hopefully it'll be better. Yeah, the scene will be better for this whole experience. Okay. All right. So what is it about? So every month we're gonna do two lessons. It's not gonna be super crazy, in terms of every lesson we're gonna like every week we're gonna do something. I'm trying to just keep it sort of like good but chill. I don't want to overload too much. So all it is just two lessons every month, and we just use that as like a way to like hopefully it's enough and not too much is what I'm aiming for. Um, what the big aim is I want this to become a resource for everyone. So it's not so much me just teaching you uh, like one on one, but it's more about what you get out of it in terms of the overall picture. So I want you to understand like how I work when I want to get inspired to do something, or like what are the things that I'm watching, what are the things that I'm looking at, what are the tutorials that I'm watching, because I still like need to get better as well. Tutorials, what else? What like I'm basically trying to create this big resource that you can always look back on, and it's always going to help point you in the right direction. So if you want to learn about this thing, you can be like, oh yeah, we did that in class already. I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna have a look at it, and then da 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 go down that track. Um, but my goal is not to be the person that's always teaching you. It's it's the community, it's everyone together, it's creating this like environment where you feel you can grow not just from what I'm teaching you, but also from where I'm pointing you and the people that are in the class as well. So we're in this together. See? Okay, so no, next thing. I think this is will be a really good supplement to people that are dancing currently. I will be teaching some things, but I feel like it's my job to point you in the right direction, and then I might teach you variations of things that I do. Um, but if you're already dancing, I feel like this will be like really good for you. And even if you're not like dancing much, this will still be good for you. Okay, so next part is so all the different tiers. I'm just gonna go through them really quickly. So bronze is just like basic level. Uh, you'll get all the lessons, and we'll do this as well. I'll post up a video and talk about what just different things to do with the lesson on that week, and then try and post up a like practical video every week as well. And then the next level on silver, I need to give you guys passwords for the silver section, but it's just extra resources. And I think with the extra resources, I want it to help what you're doing in the class. Sometimes it might not be. Sometimes it might just be some cool links of things that you could have a look at. But I want to try. I'm going to try at least to get it in to fit with what you're learning in class. So if you're not on that silver level yet, I mean, it's all good if you just want to do the basic stuff. But I feel like the silver stuff will really help you a lot in terms of just boosting up your knowledge and stuff, and what else you can do and see and all that kind of stuff. See, and then if you go to gold, that's when I'll be helping you guys. So all the people on gold level, we'll just do like a monthly hangout, maybe for a couple hours or something, and that's your chance to just ask me anything. Just go ham and just go crazy. If you want me to watch footage of you and give you feedback, if you want me to like help you with music and put up like some new stuff, or anything you want help with a battle coming up, or you're judging an event and you want to know how to do it, whatever that stuff, maybe stuff we haven't covered in class, you just hit me up on that level. And then on the platinum level is all that, but it's just one-on-one mentoring, so you won't be in a small group. It'll just be one-on-one, so anything you want from me, you just basically have me for however long, I guess like an hour or something, and just hit me up with anything you want to hit me up with. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna go into tips for class. So I wrote this up already, but we'll just smash it out, and then it'll give you a good vibe of how you should approach it, and how I want you to approach it. Sweet. Okay, so first is record your journey. So I want you guys to record from this moment till we finish, or till you finish. And that could be if you just have a Word document, or you have a folder on your phone, or Google Drive, or whatever. But I think it's important. I always find it's good for me if I can have something that I can look back on, and then it helps you assess how far you've come. So even if that's videoing yourself when you first started dancing, or taking notes when you like were a kid and you started dancing, or yeah, that sort of thing. It's just good to gauge. Okay, so I want you guys to be able to look back on this journey from in like a year now, in like a year from now, or something like this, and then you'll feel like, yeah, like I definitely did come a long way, or you can see the progression. Cool. Next thing is you only get out what you put in. So it's up to you how much you want to go through with whatever I give you. There'll be tasks involved. There'll be videos that I want you to watch. There'll be all this kind of stuff, and it's really up to you if you want to go all the way and go real to a point where you're achieving excellence for yourself. This is based on your own criteria. Then go for it. But if you kind of just want to keep it basic and just sort of like not take it too hard, or not go too crazy with it, then yeah, you can do that too. This whole thing is self-assessed, so I don't have any marking criteria, even though it's a class. You do you, and then if you feel it, go for it, and if you don't feel it, then that's cool. See? So next thing is take what is relevant for you. So I think it's healthy to have an attitude where um, not everything is going to be for you. So even when you go to a class, you might not like this particular choreographer's style, or you might not like just the style in general. It might be new school and you like old school, like you like popping. But I think I try and have a mentality of there's a lesson in everything. There's always something that you can take, even if it's a small move, or even if it's the way that the person is teaching class, or even if it's something that they might have said, like a off comment that was like a quote of something that you're like, actually, yeah, that's really cool. I never thought of it like that. I want you guys to try and have that attitude when you come to class. So when you're watching these videos, have this attitude where you're like, okay, this might not really be my thing, but maybe there's a lesson in here somewhere. And the lesson might even be, I really don't like this. And that's cool because now you know, sweet, that's not me. And then you move on. Cool. Next thing is, I have here, what do I have here? Have fun and move at your own pace. So just enjoy it, man. If there's like material in the class that you really don't vibe with or don't want to do, then just don't do it. Like it's fully up to you. Like yeah, I'm not forcing you, so you move at your own pace. If you only want to do the practical stuff, only do the practical stuff. If you only want to do the theory stuff, which is super weird as a dancer, but if you only want to do the theory stuff, do the theory stuff. It doesn't really matter to me. How you approach it, but just do it at your own pace where you're having the most enjoyment from it. Like, don't feel forced to, I have to do this task this week, you know? Do the ones that you want to do and then forget the rest. Like, I ain't going to like hate on you if you don't do everything, okay? Last thing I think for this, or second to last, is community is unity, is what I wrote. So I'm always going to keep talking about this community thing because you guys have such a good chance of, I mean, the internet is like that, but here in this environment, I want to create a space where, um, even though we're from different places and have different skill levels, none of us are better than the other. And the whole idea is to create a vibe where we can encourage each other, we can support each other, but also if we need like constructive feedback, people can be honest and just give their honest opinion. But the whole point of having a community like this is to do things together. So I want to push this whole idea of having a group of people that you're accountable to. Um, so when you doing tasks, you don't have to, but I would really love it, and I think you would get the most out of it if you can, um, what's the word? Share what you're doing with the community. So I find that if I do too much practicing by myself, it kind of hurts me because I'm getting no feedback from anyone else. I'm just doing my own thing, chilling, and it's hard to grow. You can still grow, but I feel like the amount of growth that you can do with people that are um, watching you and like giving you feedback and even just encouraging you. You might just be like down and then you do a task and you upload like a practical task that I give you, and then everyone might be vibing with it, and then you just, oh yeah, cool, like it's encouraging for you to be a part of that. All goods, man, Mozzie, all goods. Okay, so the a simple rule of thumb that I always think about is people first and dance second. If you put This is just my own personal philosophy, and I hope through this course you guys create your own as well. Um, but I always go with people first, dance second. And that always helps me because I feel like if you invest in people, it comes back to you when you dance. Okay. So a good example of that is in my crew project team. Um, there wasn't a crazy battle scene um, when I started project team. It wasn't as crazy as it is now in New Zealand, but I invested a lot into training those guys and helping them understand how to do this whole freestyle and battle stuff. And then that's come back. Like, even though it's taken maybe 5 years or so, all these people that I've helped and trained and put my time into and built community with, it's come back to that point where now they're teaching me stuff because they're so good. And that's what you want from a community. You want everyone to, okay, I'll teach you what I know, and then hopefully you get to a level where you can teach me something. And that's exactly what's happening. And communities are like that. Thriving communities are like that. People just like engaging with each other. So please try your best to like don't be strangers. Just try and think of this as a safe and open space where you can just share your tasks with everyone, hopefully. But if you're not on that vibe, I'm not pressuring you either. I just want you to try and get the most out of what we're doing with this. Okay? Coolies. Okay, the last thing I got for tips is just click done. So I've tried to separate, you might have seen the units, but I've tried to separate every unit and then you just click done when you finish. And then it gives you like a sense of satisfaction, like you completed something, did something with your life. Boy. Okay, extra things to note. What did I write? How about your boy? Why did I write that? Oh yeah. So every lesson, if you guys could share a little bit on your social media, that would be awesome. Like I would really love that. Because I want to try and get more people involved. Um, and it'll be cool. Don't share out the whole lesson of things that you're learning, but just give little snippets. And it's also a good way, another way to record. Like you're putting things out there, and then you'll have this like record of the things that you've done. So yeah, if you can help out the bro and just share out a little bit every now and then, and to get try and get more people in. Well, for me, I want to try and get more people in. Then that would be to make a choice. That would be awesome. Okay. And just another extra thing that I've written here: cut your boy some slack. Okay, so I wrote that because um, this is my first time, so I don't. There are gonna be times where it's gonna. I feel like that's just part and parcel of doing anything in life. Yeah, there might be times where it's gonna go a bit down, and you're like this guy needs to step up his game on this or whatever. Hit me up, let me know, but please like exercise some patience because I'm not crazy on the technical side. So I can teach. If I'm with you in a studio, I can teach, but all this like live stuff and I'm not always like the best at it. And I have to go with what I have. Like the internet here is not always like the greatest, and I'm just vibing, filming off my phone. So we just make do with what we got. But the most important thing is that you guys are learning. So if you feel like things aren't really like oh this or like you read something and you're like there was a spelling mistake here, like just like exercise some patience, but then like let me know and I can like try and change it or like fix it. Sweet. Okay, I think that's it for that intro part. I just wanted to get that out of the way, and yeah. Is everyone sweet though? Like holla, give me some feedback if you can. Okay, so we are going to go straight on to the task stuff. Okay, sweet. So all that intro, I mean, you need it, but like, this is boring stuff out of the way. Okay, so if you saw already, I posted up the task for this, the first task for this month. Um, and what we're going to do is just go through some of the, I guess, everything. But I'm going to uh, just briefly go through it and then give you a little bit of a take of how, like, this is the class part, basically. Okay. So let's go. Okay, so I named it It's Just Begun, and that's a reference to Jimmy Custer Bunch, which is a band back in the day, and It's Just Begun is is like a breaking anthem, and I put that there because um, breaking is the first dance that I started with. So I've written here to know where you're going, you have to know where you've been, which includes all the important moments and people that have shaped you as a dancer. The more you understand yourself, the more specific you can be with how you want to be as a dancer. This will help you with how you should train, battle, choreograph, set goals, and generally conduct yourself as an artist. And yes, you are an artist. For any tasks you complete from here on out, please feel free to share the class. I want to build an open environment where it's normal to share. Okay, so I already sort of talked about that before about the community stuff. Let's start with the artist. So yes, are an artist. I think a lot of people when they dance, they don't realize what they really are, and they don't see what they really are. Um, so if you're a person that creates anything or moves, or if you're just even something small, you do a little routine, you are an artist. And I think artist, and I think it's good to have this mentality when you're doing what you're doing, um, because it changes your mindset of how you see yourself when you dance. And this is something really important to me when I dance, because an artist is someone that expresses themselves. So if you look at yourself as an artist, you're always constantly looking at yourself as someone who's expressing, someone who's like um, showing something through their art. And that's really important, and something that you shouldn't, don't sleep on that. Like, don't disregard that, because it will help you, especially later on. There might be times where you want to dip in your dance, but then once you realize what art does for you, and dance is one of those art forms, you start to see yourself as an artist. It becomes more personal, and you're more likely to keep going with it. So I feel like when I do stuff, um, when I do stuff, when I dance, I'm constantly thinking about, like, yes, you're a performer and you can go out and, or yes, I'm a battler, but the number one for me should be art. You create art as a performer. You create art as a choreographer. You can create art as a teacher. I've seen some people that teach, and the way that they teach is amazing, and you feel like you just feel inspired by the way that they've like expressed themselves through their class. So try, and that's like a big one for me. Number one, art. You're an artist. Punch yourself, hit yourself in the head, whatever you need to do to get it in there that you're an artist. Okay, artist. Okay, yeah, with the D, artist, artist, artist. Okay. What else did I said, okay, there's this last part. So I wrote, I want to build an open environment where it's normal to share, help, and bounce off each other. You never know how much you can bless people by what you say or express. The best way to grow is together. And that's so true. There are moments where you think you sharing your art, or you talking about your art, doesn't affect anyone, but um, there will be times where someone will just be inspired by something that you said, or you just never know, man. You never know where people are and what they're thinking about, and something that you can say or express through your art is can be really uplifting. So never like sleep on that too. Okay, okay. So the first task I want you guys to do is called past, present, and future, and this is just a biography of your dance life. So I want you to split it into three categories, make it as short or as detailed as you like. So if you just want to rattle off things that you've done, like in bullet point form, yeah, do that. If you want to do it in a story form, do that. If you want to record it and just like speak it out, do that. Yeah, up to you, however you want to do it. But I'm going to do like a little, I guess, a quick intro of me and my dance life, and then it'll give you more of a base of what I do, and you guys can get to know me better. So, in my past, the way that I started was my little cousin came over to my house, and he showed me a stab freeze. And when I saw it, it was the first time I'd ever seen dance in my life that connected with me. And I was like, dude, what the heck is that? Like, that's crazy. Like, I actually just felt like amazed. I was like amazed. But that was in my head. But because he's my little cousin, I was like, no, that's dumb. That's stupid. And then he was like, okay, whatever. And he left my house. And then when he left, I practiced for the whole week. And I just like tried to get this one stab freeze. Practice, 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 practice. And then when he came to my house, I showed him, yo, cousin, check this out. Bam. And I just like I did it way better than him, and that kind of started me on my journey. He always tells me, my cousin Benji, he's always telling me, dude, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. So, shout outs to that guy. But that's how I started in my past. I also from there, I moved on to learning under different people, such as Ben Willie, who teaches at the company, NZ, and they're pretty famous here in NZ at the moment. But I was part of his first dance group that he taught. He was part of a group called Rain at the time, and also there was no company back then, and we were based in this small community center called Island Bay Community Center. There's a whole bunch of us, and I was one of the first boys in this team, and we were called Touch. And I was so average, and it was just really bad. And you're gonna see it next time. I'm gonna upload a video of like how it's just really bad. Like my first performance was like so average. Um, but yeah, so I was under him. Then I went to a group called BIG, which stands for Boys in Growth, and it was a combination of different Polynesian boys from all over the city in Wellington, and we came together for a dance comp called Tear It Up, and Tear It Up was a battle comp, sort of like you got served, and you had to come out and do your like massive routines of like 20 people against the other crew's got like 20 people, and then you just like smash it out, which is real crack up. But that was under a chick called Trey Salanoa, and in that crew was a one of my good mates. His name's Solo Tohi. He is over in Australia at the moment, and he's I don't know if you guys have heard of Justice Crew, but they're like one of the number one pop groups in Australia, and he's part of that. And I used to, and we're boys. We used to dance together a lot. But he actually produces for does some production for who is it? 1-4, who does like drill rap and stuff. He helps them out sometimes. Um, but he's mad into music now. But yeah, he's someone notable from that era of mine, that old school era. And then from Boys and Growth, that was actually my first battle crew too. So my first battle crew, um, which was sick. Like we won the Wellington regionals that year against like adults, and we were all like hood rats, um, like just yeah, just hood but it was main experience of those guys. What else? I used to do at that stage. It was also when I started breaking. So breaking was my first dance, and actually this is pre that stuff. So I should go back a bit. But breaking was my first style, and I used to just dance by myself for 2 years in my house because dance wasn't a big thing. Um, like dance wasn't a big thing in my family. Oh, what have I got here? Give me a second, just moving this. Okay. So dance wasn't a big thing in my family, so I had to dance 2 years because I was like fucking ma like shy to show my family that I wanted to dance. Because we were a sporty family. My dad's a fighter, and it's just kind of weird. Like it's kind of like our family doesn't do that. Like that's what in my head. So for 2 years, I just used to download videos from the internet on dial-up, which is this super slow speed internet. And on the dial-up, um, I used to wait 2 weeks for a DVD, and I would try and get these B-boy DVDs, and then I had to like leave the dial-up on every night for like 2 weeks, and then I just wait and wait and wait, and sometimes the DVD wouldn't even come, and it'll be something random like Legally Blonde, and I'm just bro, so fail, bro. So then I have to like try and like, because you don't know those links, man. You just not cool, not cool. I remember watching Legally Blonde, and I was like, I can't believe I'm watching this. Like it's so dumb, but just really want to watch that B-boy B-boy DVD. Okay. But yeah, from there I started going out and started doing more, and then got my skills up, started teaching at a local sort of like youth center initiative place called Confidence. Yeah, the struggles, man. And then yeah, like now you can just go on YouTube, get a whole DVD like easy. And then from there, what did I do from there? So we did Welly, Boys and Growth, Touch, Rescue. Oh, and at this stage, breaking was like the most popular dance. Like this was before it was heading over into hip hop. because people didn't really know what like choreo or that kind of stuff, what a world hip hop champs was. No one knew what that was. Like that wasn't really a thing. So everyone like was breaking. Like breaking was the number one dance. So imagine going to someplace and just there's it. It's like, oh, it's breaking. Like that's normal. But now it's like breaking is a little bit down in New Zealand at the moment. Hopefully it gets back up. But um, so from this era, I moved and it was starting to change, and I moved to Auckland, studied dance there at Auckland Uni, and I finished with postgraduate diploma in creative and performing arts. But I also joined this crew called Triple Eight Funk with Joel Gagliardi, and we from there we went to Worlds for the first time, and we got top five, I think, which was dope. I reckon we still could have, like, if we trained a bit harder, we still could have cracked the top. But with the level of dancers that we had, um, it was like top five in the world was pretty dope at that time. And this was in '07. And then from there, I left and I went and I started my own thing with a friend of mine, Kat Walker, and we started a crew called Hopscotch, which was on the scene for a minute. Like it was quite it was quite cool. We did like a bunch. We did so much stuff, and it was really dope. And we were also always known as that creative crew because I think coming from a university background, it sort of informed me to I wanted to try and do different things with hip hop. So there were a lot of failures because there weren't many avenues back then for me to I guess show what I wanted to do with hip hop apart from comps. And and one of the things I wanted to do was to show the comp scene, competition scene, that you could be creative with hip hop and still do dope. So we did this set to John Mayer and entered a comp nationals in, and we managed to go to where did we go to? We managed to go to the World Hip Hop Champs, and we did well at nationals and all that kind of stuff. But it was cool to see you can still be creative and do well if you really like push yourself. So yeah, so that was super dope. Um, what else? Sorry guys, I'm just adding some people that have joined last minute. Okay, so from there, Worlds came back and was with Hopscotch for like a minute, and from Hopscotch, I wanted Hopscotch to be like a battle crew that was confident in freestyling because that's where I come from. And I also wanted us to be good at competitions like choreography and all that kind of stuff. So I really tried to, what's the word? Push those both. But we had, our idea was always about community first. And we always never really did the best at competitions. But that's because every time we did auditions, we would let everyone pretty much come in, unless you had like a really crap attitude. But we would pretty much let most people join, and I think that was that was a really good thing for us to do that because it built up a lot of people, and even though we didn't win as much, that wasn't the point. The point was to give chances to people to dance that may not have a chance to perform on a national stage or perform on a stage that they never thought I'll never think that I could do this, and that in itself is a win. Like I remember one time we did um, a routine and we came first for something. What was it? Collaboration. It was like an old competition that Request and them used to run, Royal Family, and we won one year. And one of the girls who was a mother at the who was still a mother, but she was just crying and just really happy because she was like, I never won a competition like this before and been a part of something like this before. And so that whole vibe, like really sort of moments like that stick with you, and that really stuck with me. And so it made me realize that community and dance can be way bigger than just going on stage and just performing for a crowd and the feeling that you get because you're actually also through community, you're giving people chances to do things that they never thought that they could do. So it just feels mean. Like when I think about those times like that, is like these key moments, and it makes me think even when you lose, like it's okay because like that's not what it's about. And that's not to me, that's not what dance is about. Dance is about sharing and community. I'm gonna say community so much. It should probably be a drinking game, and you could be like, how many times does this guy say community? And then I like that. Um, well, you youngins, chocolate milk only. Okay, so that was the past, and then moving into the present. From that time, I left hopscotch, and after like a long time, and I decided to start my own team again. And I wanted a team where, so it was project team, and I called it project team because I wanted it to be free and open. If I wanted to go and do other things, I could, and it was project based. So if there's something coming up, a performance, like we just get like who can make it out of these people, and then out of the crew, and then if you can make it, cool. If you can't, cool. And then if you can, just be committed to this project, and then yeah, you can go off and do your own thing. So the way we work now is much like that. We're very like free. People are it's a collective, so people are still open to go and do their own projects, like jam with their own crews and teams and all that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, that's what we are now, and if like combining that with the community focus and still trying to work hard, I think we're doing pretty good and smashing it out right now, which is dope. So yeah, so at present, I'm in the middle of getting back to where I've been working in Vanuatu using dance as a tool to help underprivileged, like at-risk youth. And so I'm hoping through this class and stuff that what you guys help me out with and money that you give, I want it to go to doing more projects like that. My goal, um, I'll be going back in Feb, but my future goal would be to, if I can just do this full time and just help as many people as I can through dance, wherever it may be. Um, but the islands, I think, is something that's on my mind that I really want to help, like my own backyard and where I come from. So I would love to continue to do that. Um, but yeah, that's where I'm at currently. I'm sort of in hiatus and going back to working in the islands with kids and doing that stuff. And in the future, yeah, yeah, that's the goal. And it's really weird because when I started dancing, I told my mom that my goal was to help people using dance. And this was before I went to uni. And then I kind of went on this journey and I sort of forgot about it and wanted to do like promote myself and get myself out there, which is natural. But then I forgot about this dream. And it's only recently that I sort of, in the last 2 years, I've sort of like, oh yeah, man, like, dude, this is something that I really want to do. So I encourage you guys to try not to forget your dreams, man. They're important, eh? And it kind of like really, like once I realized that like oh this is a dream that I forgot about and I picked it up again, I sort of just it just snapped like it snapped something in me, and I think sometimes when you have dreams as a younger person, they they resonate more with you when you think about them again because your your view of the world and your understanding of everything is a lot more innocent. So you start to like your dreams back then. They're like, yeah, this is like everything's possible when you're young. Like, yeah, 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 little bro, yeah. Like, yeah, I could be a spaceman. Like, yeah, let's go to the a spaceman. Like, yeah, let's go to the moon. Like, whatever you want to be. When you're younger, you just you dream big, and then as you become an adult and sort of life gets in and it sort of like crushes your dreams more like in dance. What were some of those things that I used to like think about? Oh yeah, dude, I fully forgot that that was a dream. So when I had this thing happen, and then this dream came back, and I was like, yeah, dude, let's smash it. Like, let's just try it and do it. And it happened randomly by chance as well. So I'm lucky that things just lined up. I was also also lucky because no, I'm not just lucky, but also lucky because no, I'm not just lucky, but my work because when I applied for all the stuff, my work that I had been doing sort of spoke for itself and put me up above everyone else to the point where my my work was like, okay, sweet, like you're the person for this job. So even though I forgot about this, I had still been working hard, and then when it came back around, that all that hard work helped me to get the thing that I wanted to get that I didn't even know. Sweet. Um, oh, is other people all good, like streaming wise? It's like, yeah. Okay. If it's really bad, just like let me know, or you might need to check your own connection. But I think that's it for that part. Um, wait, what does it sound like? Maybe give it some time. Should I give maybe give it some time? Should I give it like a minute or something and see how it goes? You could always like watch it back as well, but I guess that's a bit like meh. Um, no. Okay. I'm just gonna hold up like a minute. Oh yeah, you might have to switch it down. Switch the resolution down because my it's because my internet is not like amazing. So you might have to switch it down and then switch it back up. Yeah, I'll give you guys like 1 minute. Sorry for the connection. But hopefully you can at least hear me. Hearing is good too. Uh, okay, cool. Yeah, if it's too meh, just bring the thingy down. The what do you call it? Resolution. Words, mate. Words. Okay. So, next thing is um. Okay, sweet. Okay, so next thing is um. That's pretty much my history and what I wanna get out of it. But we're going to move on to the next task because I don't want to take heaps of your guys' time. It's like nearly been an hour already. Um, yeah, try and if it's lagging, just try and bring the resolution down. Really sorry, guys. I'll try and fix it and get like some faster into it. Oh, even dude, sorry, man. If it was at 480 already and it's still like, I'll try and like suss out something. See if I can get some faster internet somehow. Um, Okay, but I'm just gonna go through like the priority list. Um, so the second task is priority list, and all I'm trying to get from you is where does dance stack up for you? So I've just put like a an example list. At one, I have like job, career, and then your faith or religion, and then family time, and then dance, and then like health and fitness. Why did I write Coco Health and Fitness? That's not right. Health and fitness, school, education, travel, like your culture, being charitable, socializing with friends, anything in your life that you give time to, that you prioritize, I want you to put that on the list. Okay, and you're gonna rank your top 10, and then you're gonna put dance in there. Dance has to be in there so much. You might be involved in a different, and it might not even be importance. It might just be like how you prioritize it. So you might think that, oh yeah, dance is like it's pretty up there. It's my number two, and then you write out this list, and you're like, actually, I don't actually spend as much time with dance as I do with like wanting to travel, or as I do with my like with going to church or something like that. So just do the list and then try and figure out, and you'll see where it lies. And then from there, you can make a better decision and a better choice of what you want to do. Do I want to move it up? Yeah, no, I want to make it more of a priority now. Or do I want to like, actually, nah, it's too high. Like it shouldn't be number one. Like my career is number one. So this is like a hobby for me, so I'm gonna move it down. But whatever you're doing, use the list as a way to figure out where dance is for you. And this list could dances for you. And this list could probably help you with other things too. You might be like, dude, family's at number 10. Like, I'm a terrible family member. I might need to move that up. So, bro, we're going bigger than dance right now, okay? See? Coolies. Okay, so the last task is just building community. So I want you guys to read other stories and just like holler, like just comment and just say like whatever people have commented or written about themselves. Um, just say hi. Just like, hey man, I read what you said. It's super dope. I relate to it. Or like, I didn't even know that you're from Fiji, or I didn't know you're from this place, or whatever the case may be. That's your. I want task three is kind of like one of the most important tasks because we're starting to build connection with each other. We're starting to build like relationship, and once you build connection, it's a lot easier to anything like that because you know it's coming from a good place. That's it for this week. Um, there's one thing I should also explain is that the way that I'm structuring this is I don't want to teach you everything all the time. Like I'm just reiterating that. The whole point of this thing is to make sure that you have different places that you can go. Sorry, excuse me. Damn, one apple giving me some trouble. So there are different places that you can go to access this type of information. But this is how the class will generally run. I might not do it live all the time, but I might just chuck up a video and then give you my thoughts on the lesson and different things. This is like the sort of sit down class time before you go to bed. And then you do the task by yourself. Chuck up the tasks, please, and like share them with the community so that we can all invest into each other. I noticed with a lot of classes like this, online stuff, people miss this connection. People always like you just do the class by yourself and then like there's master classes. I don't know if they have that, but I've done some online classes where I was like, it would be nice to meet another person so that when I go to that city or when I go, wherever or just have that connection so that I know more people. And dance is about socializing, social always, and meeting new people and just journeying through this you got to journey together and you got to like go through these markers of like meeting other people. Yeah. So I think that's it. You guys will see everything in the task. What am I saying? The task, the lesson document. But I'm gonna open it up for questions. If you guys have any questions that you wanna like shout out before I bounce, um, just like let's do like a quick like 5 minute or 10 minute, and then I'll just try and respond to some of the things that you want. But I want also to just flow, like vibe. So I've created lessons, but I don't want to always be like because I don't vibe like that in my real life. Even when I teach, sometimes I don't know what I'm going to teach all the time. I like to just vibe off the class, have a few ideas in my head, and then if the class is vibing this thing more, then I'll like, okay, let's go deeper into that. Or if this isn't really working, then I'm like, okay, let's try this. So I don't want to fully set things all the time, but I want to get some feedback from you guys because you're helping me make this as I'm doing it as well. But hopefully this stuff is good for you. Like I talk too much sometimes, so hope this like some of that stuff that I was talking about just now kind of made you switch on and think in a different way. But yeah, hit me up, comments. What do we got? Like, what do you wanna? Anything you wanna know, or anything you want to like sort of comment on? just feel free, and we'll leave like the next 5 minutes for it. Sweet. Okay, so task one might take some. I guess there's no word limit. Okay, so yeah, there's no word limit. So you just do your thing. Like, if you could even just write it in your own document, and then if you wanted to just do like a summarized version in the comments, that's like dope too. Um, and then you don't have to like write out this whole essay thing for everyone to see, but at least you're like writing something for people to sort of vibe with. Um, are we able to send you videos for just feedback and advice as well as critiques throughout the course? So yes, you are, but that's on I guess like the other tier, the other class level. So if you want me to like give you more feedback on specific stuff, um, you'll have to change your class level. Like you'll have to pay more, I guess, to go higher, and then I can give you like you can send me videos, and then we can like go from there. Are we able to post up videos as our task? Yeah. So if you want to just you're not good at writing, and you might be better at just speaking, do that. Do however you want to express yourself in the best way. Just do that. And if the best way is being short and concise, do that. If the best way for you is you really want to tell a story about yourself and the task that we do that too. Oh yeah, so the task, I forgot to go over the practical task. So the practical task, sorry, for this week is we're going back to my breaking sort of steez. Any practical task that you do, use it for you. So it's good to try and like dance it out. And then if you feel like, oh, this isn't really my style, try and flip it to suit your style. And I suggest learn it how it's supposed to be learned first. So we're going to be doing a move called salsa rock. Learn the salsa rock how it's been taught, and then if you come from like a crump, like the crump scene, or you come from like a contempt scene or whatever, flip the move and try and use that as a foundation to create something that's crump or create something that's more contempt. So what I've done with the practical task is uh, I've put a video up of how to do a salsa rock. So salsa rock was one of the first moves that I learned in my dancing, and you're going to learn that from this guy called Focus from Flomo crew and wherever in Europe he's from. And then from there, I want you to watch the variations that I made or that I use, um, and you can copy them if you want to, or just try them out at least. And then from there, um, and then from there, you have to make your own. So it's about I want this whole thing to be about creating moves and then like flipping it to your own. Yeah, and so like even if you're if you're on crutches or something, maybe there's something that you can use to do with your arms. So the salsa rock is like you kick forward and then you go out, kick forward and then you step out. Maybe you just want to use your arms, and you might do like a jab and then head out and then a jab and then head out like for crump or whatever. But try and flip it. If you can't do something, my friend used to say Solo, the guy I talked about before in Justice Crew. He's like, if your left right arm is broken, use your left arm, which is like a good, is like a good way to look at it in some respects, but in other respects, like you should probably try and train your right arm to get good again. But yeah, he always used to do that. If he had like a sprained shoulder, he'll just use his other arm. So yeah, go figure. Okay, anything else that you want to think? Most of the lessons, the structure of the lessons will be like this too. Um, do this, do this, do this. The tasks, read it. I'll do a lesson like this, and then yeah, you just do as much as you want, and practical stuff too. And it might be bigger or smaller depending on what I want to put into it. But yeah, any questions or anything else? Now is the time to holla. Let's go. 5 minutes and smash it out. I'm really excited for you guys too to see like how you guys will respond to it. But all the stuff is there already, so you can have a look. But yeah, man, hit us up. Anything else? When you late in class, oh, sorry, my guy. Bro, you might have to go back, eh? Is this time all right? Because I'm gonna try and just consistently do this time. I want to try and do it at a time that's like not like hella late, but I know people got rehearsal and other stuff, so um, yeah. But this is question time, my bro. If you want to just um, ask anything, then ask away, and I'll just wait for you guys and just go on this page and surf. Brain's not working for questions. Yeah, this time is all good. Okay, sweet. Yeah, anything you want to know, just holler. Will the links always be available for us to go back to them and Yeah, so that's why I wanted to do this on YouTube because I tested it out on Facebook and some like dodgy stuff was happening. So I was like, I don't understand why this keeps caking it. So I'll just leave the links always, and then yeah, that's up to you to go back if you want to. If you don't, then that's all good. Okay, sweet. This time's all good. So maybe could maybe even like try and push it out to like 9:30 or something, just for like the other guys. But they won't be crazy. Like, yeah. Now that you guys have the foundation, and you know, like that foundation part took us like quite a bit of the first section. But now that you know that, I don't need to do that anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot rules too. One rule, just like um, treat each other how you want to be treated. So if we can just like not be too like hectic and no online bullying, and if you can keep the like no swearing please, because there we got some youngins on as well. That would be dope. And if you do anything like too dodgy, I'm just going to like suspend you and then like talk it out with you and see what's up, because you might have been hit with some viruses. But yeah, anything else, team? Or we possible to link up in person and jam? Yeah, I was thinking that too, like of trying to set up jams. Um, yeah, yeah, I want to try and do that somehow. Like I'm still sort of forming that. Like I was thinking of also trying to see if I can get some like discounted stuff for you guys to go to project events and stuff like that. But I have to talk to the other half of project, which is Mele, and see what she thinks about that. But yeah, yeah, done with the suspension. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, sweet. Is there anything else you guys want to know? Also, I might just to reiterate, I might not go live all the time, but this was sort of cool. Like this was like a test. So yeah, maybe we'll do it again, if it if people like are vibing it, because it feels more interactive. If I just chuck up a video, then yeah, it might be a bit. Coolies. Anything else? Feedback? Give me some feedback. Like, oh yeah, this is the sweet Muzzy. I'm happy. I hope it like stays consistent though. The, this will make it entire. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, but we got like a whole bunch of people on here. Like, um, there's Fiji in here. We got New Zealand, like Auckland, Wellington, and some people from other areas, like Blenheim. Um, okay, sweet. So live stream is dope because it's like interactive. Yeah, because the classes, online classes that are taken before can be very like, hey guys, welcome to the, and you never really get to like kind of feed into it. So maybe let's try this again and see how the format goes, and then we'll go. The only thing is, yeah, it's just like the time. But yeah, please, if you like enjoyed this lesson and what you got out of it, I'd really appreciate it if you could share it out a little bit and share out the course content a little bit. Don't give everyone everything because you know, like a lot of you guys are paying, and so it's not fair to everyone that's paying, but enough to kind of like um, yeah, enough to kind of just get the word out there that like you're enjoying it. See, the live feed really makes it feel like we're all together without physically being together. It feels a lot more homey. Okay, sweet. Yeah, let's try and go on this vibe then and see how far we can go with it. Or maybe in the morning or something just so we can fit into our schedule. Okay. It's good to have it kind of scheduled for lives, like maybe a day before live streaming could be informed. Yeah, I think what I'll do is it'll just probably be every Monday at this stage. Like every Monday at like 9 to 9:30 we start. Maybe push it to 9:30 because it won't be that long, just for like more people to jump on. But yeah, sweet. So I'll see you guys. It'll be the first and let's say like the first and third Monday of every month. Well, we'll try and aim for that. Um, but it'll always be at least two every month, and then we'll go for a year, see how we go, and then you'll have this massive resource. And I also want to try and get other guest people to just come sit next to me. Like man, it'll be dope if we could get an international over and just like be crazy. But yeah, so I think you guys got enough for like 2 weeks of stuff to do. Like there's plenty of tasks. Go with it how you want, vibe with it how you want. Put up some questions. If like help each other. Like I might not be able to answer every single question, but yeah, let's help each other grow this together. And yeah, I after the course, like I'm seeing the course is like running for a year, but I want to keep this like sort of thing going. So like you're always like part of this community, and there's more things happening. That's how I see it in the future, and there's always things like new things to like look forward to, even after the course is finished. I might even do like a 201, like a level two, and just like it's like post grad and master's level and doctorate. We might go there. Okay, see, we good? If you have any questions, just post up in the thing. The units are on the side, and just like go ham with the units. And like, if any links don't work or you're being linked to the wrong thing, then yeah, just holler. Well, that's so cool, bro. I did the guest too. Yeah, sick. Keith, if ever family in the lives, we can watch something. Yes. Yeah, get your coconut post grad or your coconut doctorate. Okay, fam, I'm out. Don't want to make it too long. Peace, love, unity. See you in about 2 weeks. And we're going to kick off the next lesson. But really engage with it. Hope it's helpful to you. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a good day, weeks until we catch up next time. Peace, y'all.